Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. As you're coming on, please say hi. Tell me where you're viewing from. Tell me what your name is. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. As you're coming on, please say hi. Tell me where you're viewing from. Tell me what your name is. Yeah, your name is. If you are watching the replay, fast forward to the 1 minute mark and say hashtag replay. Hashtag replay. Yes, I got an assistant over here with me, obviously. Hello. Okay, we have Melissa from Florida. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Hey, Lene. Lene, when is you going to book your other session, ma'am, or reschedule your session? Hey, Anna. Hey, Jules. Hey, Crystal. Hello, 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 everyone. Hola. Hola. As you're coming on, please say hi. Tell me where you're viewing from. Tell me what your name is. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Wow, Mommy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. So, hello, everyone. Like I said, if you're watching the replay, fast forward to about the 1 minute and 30-second mark. I put hashtag replay in the chat. Y'all, my assistant didn't go to daycare today, okay? So, bless her heart. Okay, Thailand in the house. We have Thailand, we have Florida, we have ATL, we have Maryland in the house. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, you don't want. Okay, Corinne, please stop. Thank you. All right. So hello, 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 everyone. My name's Destiny Thomas. For those who do not know, we got feet in the live ghetto. Corinne, stop, please. For those who do not, Zoe, does mommy need to have a talk with you on mute? No. But sorry, you all. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. It's been a while since I went live just by myself. So I have a huge announcement, a couple of announcements. We're actually going to be doing the winner of the giveaway. So if you were entered into the giveaway, make sure you stay to the end to see if you won. My name's Destiny Thomas. I'm known. I am known as the Prayerist, and that is because I assist high achievers with confidently hearing the voice of God for themselves, to avoid self-sabotage on their way through elevation, to also gain clarity at a deeper level, and to heal internally. And I do that using my 6-step proven process known as Prayerapy. It's a journaling process, a journaling technique that God gave me during infertility, one of the hardest seasons of my life. And the way I use Prayerapy, or I do Prayerapy, is by doing one-to-one coaching sessions called Prayerapy sessions. But I also offer a 8-week accelerator program known as PFP. If you're a PFP member, put hashtag PFP in the chat. And so I offer an 8-week accelerator program known as Purpose-Filled Prayer. We've been hosting Purpose-Filled Prayer since, I believe, June or July of 2018. So it's been a very long time. That is my baby. Purpose-Filled Prayer is actually trademarked. And so I've actually recently been spending time with the Lord. He's led me to work with a new coach. And so we're actually going to be making some changes. And we're going to be getting rid of PFP. Tier, right? But we're not going to be getting rid of the program per se. We're going to be just revamping some things and just making some changes that honestly, after 8 years, they're necessary, right? And so we're going to be, we have a community, as you all see, called PFP, but we want PFP, the community, to be more inclusive, right? It's very exclusive. You have to have went through the program. Oh my, Corinne, stop. 1 second, you all. I'm back. Sorry, it'd be your own children. I mean, like, girl, we was just having a good old time, and then you start kicking over the computer and stuff. Like, come on, okay? But okay, sorry. So we're going to be, so we want PFP to be more inclusive, right? Right now, the way PFP works is you go through the program, you get invited to our community, you have lifetime access to the community. In order to be able to go on our international retreats out of the country, you have to be a PFP member. In order to get one of our Letterman varsity jackets, you have to be someone who went through the program. And so what we're going to be doing is we do still want those exclusive pieces, right? We do still want there to be some exclusivity for those who go through the program. We go through some really tough things together in PFP. We talk about some tough things. We build community. We come together and hold each other's arms up in PFP. But we do want to make it a little bit more inclusive. So what we're going to be doing is, if you're a part of our 6 a.m. prayer community and you've now transferred over into our Facebook group, so you do have to be a part of the Facebook group to now be a PFP member. So we now have changed the Facebook group, and it's called Purpose-Filled Prayer Community. I actually am thinking about calling it Purpose-Filled Prayer Warriors Community, because we're prayer warriors. And we're focused on we're finding our purpose or fulfilling our purpose through prayer, right? So I am thinking about changing the name to Purpose-Filled Prayer Warriors Community, but that is the inclusivity, right? So we're going to be doing a group deliverance call. It will be open to the entire Facebook group, right? And we're doing that later on this month. For the program, we're actually going to be changing the name to Purpose-Filled Destiny, right? And we're going to be making some changes actually in the program as well. But we've realized that we want those that come through the program now to be more focused on their purpose, more focused on their destiny, more focused on doing the actual work necessary to elevate and to go to the next level. You know, you're called to be a leader. You know, you have a destiny, and that is really the focus, right? And so we're going to be changing the name actually to a little later on this year to Purpose-Filled Destiny. And so PFP, those who have already went through the program, you will now be considered the Purpose-Filled Prayer or PFP Elite members. So you are PFP Elite, and then we have the PFP community, right? So the PFP community is now open for everyone to purchase a Letterman jacket. If you would like a jacket, you can purchase it. We could wear them at the conference. We could wear them when we have events, different things like that. And once again, it's more inclusive. So if you guys are liking these changes and you've been rocking with Destiny for a little while, I want you to put in the chat hearts, your favorite emoji, okay? I am super excited about this because, you know, I love PFP. PFP is my heart. I've made that clear on numerous occasions. But I also wanted to give away for those who are a part of the ministry, a part of 6 a.m. prayer, that may have not been a part of the program yet, or maybe never, to also feel a part of our family, right? And so those are the changes we're going to be making. Okay, I see some emojis. Okay, I'm glad to hear this, because if you know my coach, she's like, Destiny, I'm about to give you some advice, and it may take you some digesting, okay? And so when she started saying getting rid of PFP, I was like, baby, you lost me, okay? And she's like, no, hear me out. So I'm glad you all like the changes. After I heard her out, I actually liked them as well. So I'm very, very excited. So with that being said, the huge announcement is we are going to do one final. Somebody put final in the chat for us. Somebody put final. I need to see one final before I can continue. We're going to do one last and final. I don't see one final yet. I can't give the news until I see final. Hey, Kamasha. Hey, Winnell. Hey, Lene. I think some of y'all already said hey too, but either way, hey. All right, I saw a final. All right, so we are going to do one last and final. I might cry saying final, because PFP, y'all, we have a thing real bad, okay? I haven't even gotten accustomed to calling the program PFD yet, okay? But we are going to do one last and final cohort of PFP under that name, the same way we've done it with the accountability sessions, with 2 therapy sessions, with the group, with the vision board project. We're going to do one. And I know people be like, oh, we're getting rid of it. And it's like a ploy. I promise you, this is real. I promise you, we're changing the program. I promise you, the perks that you got in the old PFP class will never be there. And not because we don't want them to be there, but we just have to realistically offer a program that can be sustainable, right? If I'm not there, right? If we really believe that this is a business that God gave me, right? God is a God of multiplication. God is a God of increase. God is a God of abundance. And based on the way that PFP was running, it's not sustainable if I ever want to remove myself from the program, right? If I just want to come into the program once a month, it's not sustainable for the way the program operates today, right? And we can't listen. We gotta have a come to Jesus moment, right? Because I can't realistically say, God, I want what you want for me. God, you've called me to big things. You've called me to great things, but want to stay in the past, right? And as hard as it is sometimes, right? As much as we may have to grieve it and cry, we either want what he wants for us or we don't, right? And the only way that he can do that is by us giving him the invitation to come in and make the changes necessary for us to have it, right? And so this will be the last and final PFP cohort. This will be the last and final time you're able to get 2 therapy sessions in the 8 weeks. We're going to be making changes there where you may only get a 30-minute therapy session to just start, or even 1 hour therapy session for the new PFD program. And that's because of the changes we're making. You will still have the support you need. It just may not be with Therapy and with Destiny. And so, well, it may not be Therapy the way you're used to it, right? So we're going to be running one last PFP cohort the way it is as of right now, 8 weeks. And because we are going to... Yes, baby. What's wrong? What's the matter? You okay? Yeah, it's all right. You just want some attention. You want some attention? Here. You want milk? Okay. But because we're offering it this one last time, I'm also going to do something kind of crazy, okay? If you are someone who's went through PFP probably within the last 5 years or so, the program price has been what it's been or higher, right? But because we're going to be starting the next cohort in July, so it's literally next month. So you got to make a decision by then. And my birthday is at the end of this month. I cannot believe like my birthday's around the corner. Oh my gosh. But anyways, we're going to be offering PFP, the 8-week full accelerator. So we're not changing anything to what you get. We're going to be offering it for only $19.89. I was born in 1989, so that is what the price is going to be. If you choose to pay in full, then you do get your varsity Letterman jacket. If you do not pay in full, you'll have to purchase the Letterman jacket separate. It's not very expensive at all. It's less than, I think it's less than $200. I'll have to look. Don't quote me on that. And that's including shipping. But if you pay the $19.89 in full, then you will be able to get your varsity jacket. And there may be some other incentives. The link, so Akudo and Melissa, they're in the audience. Hello. Those are my team members. They'll put the link in the chat for you all, for you to be able to join. If you're a previous PFP member, but you went through the program quite a while ago and you're like, I really think I need to go through it again, or I haven't been through it since you all made the other changes, you actually get a discount. So you get $500 off if you're a previous PFP member. And that will, I think, yeah, you get $500 off, and that will include your jacket. So you'll still be able to get the jacket as well. If you are an existing PFP member or a new PFP Elite member now, you will you'll have to go to the PFP link, to you all's PFP alumni link, to get the code, or just email myself or someone from the team for the code to use to be able to get access. We do accept Affirm, we accept Afterpay, we accept Klarna, we accept ShopPay, PayPal. And then we also have a manual payment plan, and I believe the payment plan is like $500 a month if you are not able to pay in full. And I believe that's 4 payments of $510. I think it's something like that. You do pay a little bit more by doing manual payments because obviously there's a charge for payments. But please share this with anyone you know that you're like, gosh, I really think my sister should have went through PFP. I really think my aunt, my mama, my grandmom even should have went through PFP. Because even though PFD is still going to be bomb, it's still going to be fire, it's definitely not going to be 1989. Okay. Definitely not going to be at that price. It's definitely not going to have the additional prayer piece sessions that we have currently. It's not going to have some of those components that we have in the current cohort because of the changes we're making. So if you know someone who has wanted to try PFP, who's like, I really am at a point in my life where I'm stuck and I really need to realign my vision with God's vision. I really need to be clear on what God is calling me to do in this season. I really need to be clear on who God called me to be. Who am I in God, right? I don't even know who I am. I really want to be confident on how God speaks to me. I really want to be confident on how, I keep hearing I'm the generational curse breaker. I'm the black sheep, but I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what that means to live that out. Sign up for PFP. So the link, I don't think I put it on Instagram. Let me put it on Instagram here. Instagram. So the link is there. It's also, I don't think I put it in my bio yet on Instagram because we wanted to wait to put the links anywhere until I went live and shared it live. But make sure you share it. There will be an email coming out as well. So if you're on my email list, you'll see it there. We will also be sending out a text message. Oh, the part I forgot to share. We will only be taking 10 people. I think I should have shared that first, right? We're only going to be taking 10 people. If you know me personally, I have always loved for PFP to stay intimate. I usually never want to take any more than 7 to 10 people in each cohort because of the level of depth we go in PFP in regards to just digging into some really deep areas, having some really hard conversations between yourself and God. So I like the class to stay intimate. Now, the plan for PFD is that the program will actually be accepting more people. Once again, that is going to be perfect with the changes we're making to the program. But for this particular cohort, it will only be no more than 10 people. So make sure if you're interested, you don't think about it too long. You take it before the Lord, because I don't want anybody in the cohort that's not supposed to be. So you take it before the Lord, but then you sign up as soon as possible so that those spots are filled. Because like I said, we're starting on July the 3rd. July 3rd is kickoff day. That's actually my 15th year anniversary, but we don't do anything during the week. We usually do something during the weekend. So I'm going to be spending my 15th year wedding anniversary with you all. I might need to check with my husband before I say that. But worst case scenario, if we don't start on the 3rd, we'll start the following Thursday after that. If you have any questions in regards to the group sessions, when are they? When are your prayer piece sessions? When are your accountability sessions? What is the full layout of the program? You can definitely email us at admin@realizingdestiny.com or text us at the text messaging number for 6 a.m. prayer, and we can answer those questions for you all there. So I'm excited, y'all. I'm super excited for just everything that God's doing, how he's moving, and just the way he is like moving, like just things that he's promised me for years are just happening very, very quickly, if I must say so myself. And it's just really exciting, especially, following the Lord is stretching. It's uncomfortable. There's a lot of moments where you're like, God, did I really hear you right? Did you really tell me to leave my job in 2017, right? And so just to know that you heard him, just to know that he said what he said, that he's going to do what he said he's going to do, and he cannot lie. It's so rewarding. So without further ado, now that I've shared the announcement, I'm going to go ahead and pick the winner. So my team actually sent out some emails. I don't believe it was any text, just some emails and posts asking those who have worked with me, who have followed me, who have interacted with me in any capacity, to submit testimonials of their experience with me. And I have been reading some of them, and you all really, I really appreciate you all. You just don't know how important your testimonials are to me, to my continuation of going forth. Like I said, following the Lord and giving God your yes is not necessarily easy. You go through a lot of stuff in private. You go through a lot of stuff with people. You go through a lot of stuff financially. You just make a lot of sacrifices. And you go through a lot that people will never see. You know, there's some that I share that the Lord releases me to share, but there's a lot that I don't share because he hasn't released me to. And he always sends the testimonials or the words of encouragement right on time. So if God ever places it on your heart to send me a kind word or pray for me or send a seed, please know that it's on time. Whether I say it at that moment or not, it is on time, because every encouraging word, every share, every like, every prayer, like, it really, really, really matters, and it gives me the strength necessary to keep going. So I really do appreciate it. If I've never said thank you before, I want this to be my thank you. So some of you all sent in testimonials and videos just showing your appreciation. And so just being me, someone had reached out to me and said, Destiny, I would like to sow a prayer piece session into someone because I just, know how much it has helped me. And so I was like, look at that. So we're going to give away that prayer piece session. So we put all of those people who took time out of their day to put some kind words together for me or a video, and we're going to spin the wheel and bless them back, right? Look, every time you put a seed in the ground, whether it's kind words, whether it's financially, it does return to you, and it returns a lot of times when you least expect it. So here we go. It's so funny. I didn't realize she throws her name in here, and I usually wouldn't share who sows the session, but she's the one who gave it. Look at that. So the Lord even wanted to bless her, and I would probably still give her a complimentary one in addition to that. But look at the Lord blessing her for wanting to bless somebody else. That is just a reflection of God and how He operates. Mommy. So let me remove her name. Yes. Okay, give me a minute. So let me take her name out and respin it. That is so funny, though. That's funny. All right, so our winner is Franchelle Smalls. So Franchelle, you are the winner. If you're on live, send an email to us so we can get you booked. If not, there's an email that's going to go out probably in the next 5 minutes that will let you know that you won. But congratulations, Franchelle. I will stay on another minute just if anybody has any questions to ask about PFP, how the program works, how they can join, all of that. And I'm open for any other questions. If you guys have any other questions you want to ask me, I do have a session that I have to go into probably in 3 minutes that I should have been in before this. But if you guys have any questions, you could put it in the chat, or I was about to say, or raise your hand. We're not on Zoom. I've been on Zoom meetings all week. Yes, congratulations, Franchelle. Let's see. Let me go back to Instagram, make sure. Hey, Miata. Miata Corinne said hello. All right. I don't see any questions here. Hey, my question is, did you see my yes, girl, your name was in the wheel. Your name was right here, Latanya at the top. I didn't get to watch your video, but I did receive it. I will watch it right when I get off of here. And thank you so much for taking time to send it in. Karemia to say hi, and Melissa said hi. Melissa, yes. No. Okay. You better not be writing on my couch with that crown. Yeah. All right, you all. I will be talking to you later. I will be going later, live again later today at around 5:15 with Crystal. Can I finish talking? Yes, thank you. No. Yes. No. I will be going live today around 5:15 with Crystal. I've been going live with the ladies that went through the Coaching the Kingdom Way boot camp. And so they can share who they are, what their business is, how they're going to be coaching and what capacity. So if you're available, make sure you come back and join us so you can engage on that live. Also make sure you're subscribed. Yes. I'm not going anywhere. I'm trying to talk to my friends on live. Can I talk to my friends? No. Yes. I know you think you're my only friend, but I have a couple of other ones. I know I'm your friend. I know, girl. I know. But make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. Make sure you're following on Instagram, and all the things. I lost my train of thought, y'all. Have kids, they say. Have 3, they say, right? But I love you all. I will be back live around 5:15 with Crystal. Make sure you come back and stay and join. That's all I got, y'all. Have a great day. Hold on, let me make sure I ain't see no other questions. That's not Laisha. Look, say hi. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye, Laisha. Hold on, let me take this off. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye, Laisha. Who are you saying? Bye-bye, Laisha. Laisha? Laisha's that's not Laisha. Tell everybody. Tell everybody. My birthday's on Monday. Yeah, how old are you gonna be? How old are you? 2. Y'all, I feel like she was just in my stomach, and now she's already 2. No. Say bye-bye. No. You don't want to say bye to the people? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Look, they said bye, baby. They said bye. No. Okay, bye. All right, bye, y'all. Have a good day. Bye.